Hello everyone, this is Yana and you're watching Card a Month video series. In today's video, I'm going to share a simple Hello Beautiful card with a fun window. When I first started working on this project and this video, I had a different idea in mind. You'll see that I wanted to use different papers and more dies to create more layers for my card. But as I started combining all the die cut and embossed pieces together, I realized that I needed to simplify my design. The starting point for my card was this window die with shutters. Now, Spellbinders has a lot of different window dies, but this one is by far my favorite one simply because it has a shutter die as well. Now, you can see that I also wanted to include a banner die, a border die, and a few layers under the window, but in the end, I decided not to use them. I had my window die cut of black cardstock and I embossed it to give it a lot of extra detail. It looks very beautiful, especially the shutters. The detail on them is just remarkable. Now, I always like to add some sort of material behind my windows just to help them stand out from the background. For this card, I decided to add some pretty pattern paper. Whenever I'm not sure which design I want to use, I just like to flip through the paper pad that I have in mind and just place my die cut on top of the paper to see if it's going to look nice. I might pull a few sheets of paper from the paper pad and then rethink my options later. Now, I ended up selecting this pretty floral paper from the Notes and Things paper pad from Crate Paper. I'm going to use a pencil and trace around the die cut to know where I need to cut. I'm not being very precise about it. I do not need to trace every single detail, just the overall shape. I'm then going to use my scissors and cut the shape out. I'm going to make it slightly smaller so it's going to be hidden behind that window. No one will ever know that I used scissors and not a die to cut that paper, as it's going to be hidden behind that main die cut piece. I also like to have a little shadow with my die cut, so I'm going to add black foam tape around the window to create some thickness to it. Since my die cut is black, I'm going to use black foam tape. This one is from Imagines, but Ranger and Scrapbook adhesives also have black foam tape like this. Here you can see that I ended up switching to a different pattern paper for the background of my card. I felt that this black and white stripe was a better match to my black window, plus the horizontal stripes looked like large wooden planks of the house, so I think that looked really cool and a bit more realistic or natural. I also used a die-cut banner with a stamped Hello Beautiful sentiment. I had it lying on my table from another project and I didn't want to throw it away, so I used it on this project where it looked like a perfect match. The sentiment there is from the stamp from Simon Says Stamp, and I'll link to it in my supply list. I also adhered my shutters to the window on both sides and I curled them up a bit with my fingers to give them some extra dimension. Now, I want to add another element to my card, maybe to the right top corner. I'm going to use another die from Spellbinders. This is one from the Becky Fleck sets that Spellbinders had a couple years ago. I really love those little dies, and I've shared so many projects with them over the past few years on my blog. Anyhow, I'm going to use this die to create a shorter die cut. I shared this trick already in some of my other videos, and I'll show it again here. So first, I die cut this shape, and I used Nina Solar White cardstock for this, and I die cut as usual. Now, to make it shorter, I'm going to place that die cut piece back inside the die, but we'll slide it a bit. This way, when I run it through my machine again, I'm going to create another die, another cut, and thus turn my die cut into a smaller one. Now, make sure to use a piece of tape to hold the paper in place inside the die when you make that second cut. Now, to embellish my card, I'm going to use small wood veneer stars and scatter them diagonally going from the bottom left to the top right corner. I'm also going to use small chipboard banner from My Mind's Eye and place it on top of my die cut piece. I also like to add drops of ink to my backgrounds. I'm going to use the Silk Luster ink from Spellbinders and a small paintbrush, and will paint a few drops of ink in between the stars. You can use spray inks for this. Those that have some shimmer in them would work best, especially on black areas, as the shimmer would actually be visible there. But I like to use this liquid ink from Spellbinders. The bottle looks like it's a nail polish bottle, but the liquid inside is very similar to spray ink. Usually I like to dip a brush into the bottle and then tap on it to create some irregular drops, but for this card I felt like painting them. So I just dipped my brush into the bottle, into the ink, and simply painted a few drops here and there on my background. So this finished my card for today. Thank you for watching. You can find the list of supplies to create this card in the video description and also on my blog. If you're looking for more videos using products from Spellbinders, be sure to check out the link you see on the screen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the thumbs up button. Thanks, and if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I have new videos coming out every week. Thanks, and bye!